From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Back at the bar, back at Tommy Max. We're talking business here in Jacksonville with some great folk. Brought to you by our friends at Brust-Nutter Wealth Advisors and also at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits. Today on the show, Wally Conway is back from Home Pro Inspections, Richard Cuff from CTI Marketing, and Tim Miller from Apex Solutions Group. Going to be a great show, and let's welcome in the panel. All right, Wally, how you doing, my man? Welcome back.
Great to be here.
You're looking fit as usual and dapper.
Feeling buff.
You always got to be ready, don't you?
I'm always
You always
ready.
got to be looking good.
I'm still at my playing weight.
You are. You're in your prime.
I am.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's welcome our friends here. Richard Cuff is here from CTI Marketing.
Hey,
Hi,
man.
Richard. How you doing?
I am doing well. Thanks for having me out. Thanks for starting me off right.
Cheers, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Happy Thursday to you. I like your shirt. Extremely positive mental energy.
Absolutely.
Wow. Heck yeah.
It's all this. It's about what you bring to the game. I wear this as my brand and say that, EPME, extremely positive mental energy, is not about what people give you. It's
Yep.
what you give to the world. So I made certain to put this on to remind myself to bring my A game to the show today.
And that's a learned thing. I mean, you can be born with it too, but you gotta work on that time and time again, don't
Well,
you?
it's consciousness that, like the law of gravity, the law of attraction is always working. But
Yep.
if you really want the law of gravity to work, go to the 20th floor of a building, step out the window, and watch what happens. So that's what extremely positive mental energy is. It's like stepping off the ledge and making that energy really work on your behalf.
Awesome. Great to have you here. We'll come back to you as well. And Tim Miller from Apex Solutions Group. Hey, Tim.
How you doing?
How are you, bud?
I'm great. I'm here with some high energy, high positive people.
That's
I
right.
love it.
Absolutely. You're in the insurance business,
That
correct?
is correct. I call it the education business.
All right.
Because
All right.
I'm here
We need
to
it.
provide education to everyone to make sure they're protecting their families
Okay.
from anything that could happen out there.
And you're in the benefit space, right?
That
Like
is
health
correct.
insurance, other insurance, that type of thing?
You got it, my
For
friend.
businesses, small business, medium, large, whatever?
Everyone from 3 employees to infinity.
Okay. Have you always been in the insurance space? Or
No.
are you a sales guy? Or have you always been in that kind of...
Great. I've been doing this probably for the last 4 years.
Okay.
Before that, 26 years at a brokerage firm. So, I'm 27 years old.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, that's-
That's right. Well, you have to have positive mental energy, right? You got to be a self-starter in that business.
Yeah, most definitely. The entrepreneur that's out there, anybody working for themselves, I always say, you're going to take the good, bad, and ugly, but you have to have that day one mentality in
Yep.
yourself every day when you wake up and say, hey, today is a new day.
That's
I
right.
can't do anything that what happened yesterday.
That's right.
I got to be positive today to do my job.
I tell you what, I tell people all the time, when I put my head on the pillow, I've done everything I can do for the day.
That's right.
It's time to go to sleep. And when I wake up early, I'm going to start all over again.
There you go.
All right, so what's probably, in this kind of a broad question in the insurance world, what is one of the most things that people don't know that you're educating them on in the insurance world?
So it's a cliche, but last 2 years have wrecked us when it comes to health insurance because people think like COVID's there, I can't do anything.
Yep.
I always tell people, look at your plan. You don't have to have the Cadillac plan or the cheapest plan. Have the right plan for your
you.
family.
Yeah.
Because if you're not protecting you and your family, if something happens, people are dying.
No doubt.
And that's why I sit down and tell people, I don't want to make your insurance poor or rich. I want to keep you in your house and keep your family together.
Absolutely. That's great, man. Serving people out there. That's fantastic. And Richard, your background is in music. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I just piggybacking
Yeah,
off of what
let's
Tim
hear it.
said. It resonates in my brain because my wife passed away last year.
No.
And if it wasn't
Sorry
for
to
the
hear
fact, we're good. She was like the peanut butter to my jelly, right?
Oh,
Or maybe I was
nice.
That's the way it's supposed to
I was the jelly to her peanut butter.
Right,
I don't know
whatever.
however that goes,
Makes
right?
good.
But we spent 25 years together with the vision that when we get the kids through college, we're going to travel the world by alphabet.
Yeah.
And so everything about our lives were putting the money aside to be able to do that and then protecting that money and all of the other stuff. So when she passed away, it was a tough blow.
Yeah.
But the phone call came in with this policy is available,
Yes.
that was available, this money was
Oh,
moved
nice.
over there. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about that. My kids didn't skip a beat. They both graduated college. It was like our life went uninterrupted
Wow.
with this big old gaping hole that I'm working my way. I'm still going through it.
Yeah, right.
But the reality of it is, and I just want to start there
Yeah.
and say, my focus is that I can be here doing what I love to do, working with children.
Right.
Because my wife's death didn't interrupt it. In fact,
Right.
it secured it and made certain that I can do what she wanted me to do. And
Right.
I thought I'd go first.
Right.
And get to heaven and be with Natalie Cole until she
Right.
got there. That was I was supposed to marry Natalie.
That's right. That's right.
I was 12 years old when Natalie came out at 21. By the time I was 15, man, I felt like if you just give me 30 minutes on the phone
That's
with
right.
Natalie
You're
Cole,
in.
I could pull her.
You're in.
But no.
You know what, though? But that's a great lesson to being prepared for when a loved one
Yeah.
dies, right? And making sure the insurance is in place that it doesn't disrupt.
Exactly. And so
life in
what
that kind of
happens
way.
is when I look at the work that I now do with 4-year-olds, teaching them to play, my daughter graduated with her master's degree in violin performance. She used to walk around the house at 2 years old pretending to play.
Yeah.
So she inspired all of this. Fast forward 21 years later, here I am, and I've got 4-year-olds that are learning to pluck the violin, and I can look at them and see what life is going to look like 20 years from now. And I have all of these opportunities to talk to these parents about what to expect, insurance-wise, death-wise, all those other things. So our program just uses the violin to start the conversation. Really, it's not about the violin.
Right.
It's that the violin gives a point of focus.
Sure.
And it brings the family together. And you fast forward down the line, next thing you know, they're making some beautiful music.
Yeah, music brings people together.
Yeah, it does.
It sure does. It doesn't matter what kind either, man.
I
love
want
all
to
kinds of
know
music.
about your background in stand-up comedy.
Oh my God! What have you been Googling? Google is a bitch.
going
Oh
deep,
my
man.
God!
There's a reason I got the corner
it
seat.
is.
I listen.
That's daunting. That's
no,
gotta be
it is.
challenging.
I've been doing stand up since I was 19.
All right.
I started in the Army.
Okay.
We were on an Army bus going from somewhere in Korea.
Some
right?
funny stuff in
And
the Army.
And so it was just one of those things. And it was maybe a 30, 40-minute trip. But by the time I started being funny and telling jokes, it had turned into a whole routine. So when I got out of the Army, the first thing I did was do a beeline to South Miami Beach, which was the only place they had professional clubs. I did an open mic night, and it was like,
Wow.
and from that point forward, so by the time Steve, if you listen to Steve Harvey, Bernie McDeal, Bernie Mac passed, but all those guys, by the time Def Jam came out in the mid 90s, I was the professional. I had been doing it for 14 years.
Wow.
So I performed with Sinbad, Steve Harvey, George Wallace, Bernie McDeal, Hughley, and my good friend Fred Posen. When I came here,
yeah, we know Fred. Yeah, I know.
Fred, I went to the Comedy Zone to do some open mics and just try out. And Fred recognized, wait a minute, this guy's got something here.
some good.
He took my tape and sent it to Creative Talent. And next thing you know, I get a phone call from those guys saying, hey, Fred sent us your tape. We'd like to book you in our Comedy Zone circuit.
Nice.
And I toured for like 3-4 years, and I met my wife.
Nice.
She was as gorgeous as could be. I hung up everything because things just stopped being funny. Not that she sucked the funny out of me, but although she could do that, right? It was just that I got so serious. I wanted to have children. I wanted to have families. And I knew I couldn't do it on the road as a comedian. So I had to trade
Good for
in.
you.
And I look back 25 years now, I do it again and again and again. It was well worth it.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Hey, great having you guys on, man. Keep up
Thank
the
you.
great work.
Thank
All the
you.
best. Thanks for spending time here. I knew you were here for a reason. Good pull, man. Nice job. All right. That's going to do it for this time around here at Tommy Max. Hey, if you like this kind of content, these kind of videos, make sure you check out more at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.